So you know my 10 Desert Island designer fragrances. What about my niche fragrances? Hey Fragrance family, I'm Dave with the Fragrance Bros, of course your best source for everything fragrance related. Today I'm going to do a follow-up video to a previous video I did just a couple of weeks ago. The previous video, you've probably already seen it, is on my 10 designer fragrances that I would keep if I had to throw everything else away. So I decided to do one on my niche fragrances because I have a lot of niche fragrances as well, and hey, why not? So before we start, what are some of the fragrances in this list that you can predict? Because I know that you can predict some of these here. Let me know down in the comments to see which ones that you guessed would be on this list, and we'll see how the list unfolds to see if you're right. Now this was a little harder to do with the niche than it was the designer. The designer to me was a little bit more cut and dry. With the niche, I had to kind of kill some darlings here. There were some really great ones that I just had to not put in this list. Now these are in no particular order. I love all of these. I don't know if I could put just one at the top of my list for my absolute favorite. And I'm gonna cheat a little bit and start off with a tie. I couldn't decide which one to keep here, and they're both so good, and I wear them so often, but in different occasions, that I thought I'd just bring them here anyway. So they are Herod by Parfums de Marly and Enchanted Forest by Vagabond Prince. So starting with Herod real quick, Herod is one of the best tobacco scents, one of my favorite from Parfums de Marly. Parfums de Marly is a fantastic line. All of their fragrances are such high quality and they smell high quality. But Herod is a personal favorite of mine, and I love kind of the watery, sweet tobacco type of scent that it has. To me, it's like an upgraded form of Pure Havane by Mugler. It's so refined and such a great choice in formal situations and nights out. It's a great one. So yeah, Parfums de Marly, Herod. All right, next of course is Enchanted Forest by Vagabond Prince. Another one that I just absolutely love. And when I smelled this the first time, it blew me away. It's that good. It's so different from other scents out there, even with black currant scents. And this is a black currant scent. Predominantly, the main note is black currant. And there are other black currant scents out there, but this is so much deeper and brighter and sweeter and juicier than any of the other ones out there. It's perfect for springtime. It brings along kind of a darkness to the scent, which is just great. I wear this one so much that I had to have it on the list, and it was a hard call between this and Herod, so I had to bring them both as a tie. All right, next is one by Atelier Cologne. Of course, I had to have one by Atelier Cologne, come on. And this one is Cedrat Enivant. Now this is the only one on this list by Atelier Cologne, for the sheer reason that it's probably my most worn by them, as well as it does remind me somewhat of my daughter dancing. So Cedrat Enivant is a really great citrus scent. It's on the lighter side, which I personally don't mind, some people do, but it's lime and mint and I believe basil in there. My friend Jer, when we reviewed this fragrance, said it reminded him of basil lemonade, which I think is a great analogy there. It's supposed to be reminiscent of a cocktail, and the name means intoxicating citrus, so it's definitely intoxicating. I love this scent. I may wear this today. All right, let's get rid of some of these creeds here. First one is Original Santal by Creed. Of course, this is a decant. I don't have a full bottle of this yet. A Creed Original Santal is a really warm, spicy scent that has cinnamon and vanilla, sandalwood, and ambergris. And those are the main notes there. It's a really great, cuddly, friendly, inviting type of scent. My wife loves it. This reminds me of my son because I wore this when he was born. And it's just one that I can never get rid of. And I wear this on dates with my wife because it's one of her favorites. So yeah, have to keep this one, Original Santal. All right, next one, you know this one's coming. Green Irish Tweed by Creed. Of course, it has to be on this list. This, of course, is my favorite from Creed. Very green from the name, obviously. Has some floral notes in there, has a little bit of sandalwood and some ambergris. Just one of the best fresh scents out there. I love it. It starts off soapy, goes to fresh, and then goes to like this musky base that's out of this world. So really, really love this. I've said this before, but this is one of those scents that if I were to have a signature scent, this would be it. And I want my kids to remember me by this scent, so I wear this pretty frequently. As you can see, I'm down about half a bottle there, maybe a little bit less, but yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely get some more when this runs out. All right, believe it or not, those are the only creeds that I have on this list. I did not include Aventus. All right, next is a fragrance that I love so much in the fall time. It screams fall. I think some of you might have already guessed this one. It's Sova by Slumber. Now this is a very rare fragrance because he only releases this every once in a while. And I got this when it was released the last time a few years ago. I think it was about 3 years ago. This reminds me so much of the fall, the deep fall, like around Thanksgiving here in the US anyway. And it just reminds me of feasts and fun, apples and hay and all of those things that you do in the fall. Leaves, falling leaves. It has a lot of strange notes in here, like hops and hay and some other things in here. But I get a lot of kind of ghost ninja notes, like cranberry and sweet potato and that kind of thing. So obviously it does remind me of the fall because those are fall foods. But yeah, just one of the best fall scents out there. It's a little bit on the weird side, but that's really one thing I really love about it. It's really powerful. A lot of Slumber House's fragrances are super, super powerful. And that's one thing I really like about it. One thing my wife hates about it. But yeah, Sova by Slumber House is fantastic. If you can ever find any of this, definitely go for it. Now, let me also mention this one real quick. This one is Bach by Slumber House. And this one isn't on the list really, but I just want to mention this as an alternative to Sova. It's not exactly like Sova, but there are some commonalities with Sova. I think maybe this is a little bit more likable for this type of scent. Sova, as I said, is a little bit weird. Bach is not as weird. It's just more of a kind of buttery, creamy, dense, dark, semi-sweet tobacco scent. So I think if you're looking for a great alternative to Sova because you can't find it, I think Bach is a great surprise that you'll be pleased with. The review is coming, so stay tuned for that too, so yeah. All right, next is the only Tom Ford that made it to this list, and that one is Oud Wood. Again, this one is a decant that I have. Oud Wood is a really great woody type of scent, and it's one of the original scents by Tom Ford's private collection, private blend, whenever he first released it, and it's one that has always stayed for good reason. It's easily one of the best woody spicy scents out there, easily. There's not as much oud as you would think from the name Oud Wood, but I don't really mind that because the blend of this is absolute perfection. It's like pink pepper and cedar and the smell of heat, almost like the smell of a heater first turning on for the first time that year. It's really, really good. Next is the only imaginary authors that I have. I'm telling you, hard list to narrow down. And this one is Memoirs of a Trespasser by Imaginary Authors. Probably my favorite from them. I absolutely love this one. This one is a vanilla scent, but it has a lot of woody and resinous qualities in there that really do so much to this scent. And it's just the perfect vanilla. Every time fall rolls around, I can't wait to wear Memoirs of a Trespasser again for the first time that year. It's just that good. Just the best sweet, woody vanilla out there. Next is Eccentric 04 by Eccentric Molecules. This one has become one of my new favorite scents recently in the last year or two. And it is a really amazing scent. There are a few fresh scents that really surprised me, and this one really did. I'm sure by now you may already know the angle of Eccentric Molecules. Essentially, they release pairs of fragrances, one with only one note, their Molecule line, and the other fragrance is a more traditional fragrance with many different ingredients that highlights the main note of the Molecule line. So Molecule 04 highlights Javanol, which is a synthetic sandalwood. Eccentric 04 has Javanol in it, but builds around it and makes a real fresh scent with petitgrain and citruses on top. So what you get is this really nice, bright, sweet and sour citrus note at the top that blends down into the sandalwood, the Javanol, and it's incredible. Now Molecule 04 with just the Javanol, the sandalwood, is great all by itself, but man, this one, it's special. There is just something about this scent, and every single time I wear this, I promise you, every single time someone says, they go out of their way to say that I smell great. And where is this? Where can I find this? How do I get this? What's the name of that? All that kind of stuff. So yeah, Eccentric 04, incredible. All right, my last two are by Dior. These two you could probably already predict if you follow my channel pretty regularly. The first one is Bois d'Argent by their Dior Privé collection. And definitely these Privé collection are more on the niche side of fragrances. They're harder to get, they're more expensive, better quality, and they're just incredible scents. Bois d'Argent is another one that is special. And it's fantastic in the winter time. I wear this a lot for formal occasions. And it's another one that really turns heads every time I wear it. I remember one time I wore this and someone like violently turned around and said, "What are you wearing?" So yeah, Bois d'Argent. The scent itself is an iris note that has myrrh and maybe a bit of vanilla in there. It's kind of this almost musky, cloudy, billowy type of iris scent, soft. It's absolutely one of the best iris scents out there, and it will never leave my collection. Bois d'Argent by Dior. All right, last but not least is Ombre Nuit by Dior. And many of you probably already predicted this one as well. Another one that is one of my all-time favorites, as you can see. And Ombre Nuit is really interesting. There's nothing else like it out there that I've ever tried. It is an amber scent, as you can see, but it's a different type of amber scent. A lot of amber scents focus more on the kind of resinous or sweet or vanilla aspects of amber. This one is more ambergris. So it's pink pepper, ambergris, and I get a little bit of patchouli in there. It's so good, spicy and musky and rich and so different. And another one that when I wear it, people think that it smells really expensive, and it does. I'm down to about a third of the bottle maybe. I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna definitely have to stock up. Hopefully Dior didn't screw this one up with their relaunch of the Privé collection, because I will be so pissed if they have. But yeah, Ombre Nuit by Dior, one of the best fragrances in the world. Thank you again for watching. What are your 10 desert island niche fragrances? If you could only keep 10, throw the rest away. What are your 10? Let me know down in the comments. Of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the way out. I'll love you for it. I'll see you next time. I'm Dave with the Fragrance Bros. Bye. Thanks everyone for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to check out my other channel, Beast Made Reviews, where me and a friend review high quality products for men. You might like it. Go check it out.